We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU9 News at 5:30.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Mommy Hannon. A man was found in a ditch south of Sioux Center yesterday morning and later died at the hospital. It's our top story at 5:30. Sioux County Sheriff says yesterday at around 9:47 in the morning, a Sioux County deputy and other people assisting in a search found a man in the east ditch of Harrison Avenue, 4 miles south of Sioux Center, Iowa. Earlier that morning at around 2:45, a person matching the description of the man was reported kicking a residence door in an apparent attempt to gain entry to the residence. Police say the man did not live at the residence, and the caller reported the man was not wearing pants or underwear. Officers say the man found in the ditch matched the description of the man disturbing the residence and was transported to Sioux Center Health, where he was pronounced dead. Officers say foul play is not suspected and the name of the man is not being released at this time. The sheriff's office was assisted by Sioux Center Police Department and Sioux Center Ambulance. The case remains under investigation. And the Blessed with a Dress event returns this Monday at the Laurel Ridge Barn in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. From 4 to 8 p.m., you can stop by to pick out a prom dress of your own. This year, long dresses are just $10. Short dresses are $5. All shoes and accessories are free. 3 young women started the event last year to help every girl find a dress of their own for prom at an affordable price.
For a lot of kids, like, that's a big burden on your parents or something like that's very expensive. And I was like, okay, like, I want to figure it out. And after shopping and realizing, like, oh my gosh, this could be hundreds of dollars, like, I don't really have that type of money. And I think a lot of other girls don't too. So that's kind of why it was so important that we have this in Sioux Falls so people can have that opportunity.
There will be over 1,400 dresses at this year's sale. All of them are donated with sizes ranging from 00 to size 26. Cash and Venmo are the only acceptable form of payment. And 2 people have thrown their hats into the ring to be the next district court judge in Nebraska's 7th Judicial District. Matthew Headley and Michael Long, both from Norfolk, submitted applications for appointments. A public hearing is set for March 14th at 10 a.m. at the Madison County Courthouse and courtroom number 1. The State Judicial Nominating Commission will interview the applicants along with hearing an oral public testimony and reading written public testimony. The vacancy is due to Judge Mark Johnson's retirement. The 7th Judicial District has 7 northeast Nebraska counties such as Knox. And many Siouxlanders decided to spend their cold Sunday inside where it's nice and warm. However, employees at Cone Park weren't so lucky. While not as busy as usual, Cone Park had folks braving the weather today to hit the slopes for a bit of fun. On a busier and warmer day, Cone Park has 3 workers at the top of the sledding hill at all times, switching out every 40 to 50 minutes for employees to warm up. During colder days like today, officials put fewer folks outside and for shorter periods of time.
Try and keep a couple extra people here so that we have time to rotate. We usually try and do like 15-minute rotations so that you're out there for maybe 15 to 30 minutes, but then you can hopefully get about a 15 to 30-minute break to warm up.
A reminder that several Siouxland counties are in a cold weather advisory, so bundle up if you need to head outside. Well, speaking of weather, joining me now is meteorologist Maggie Warren. Maggie, what's that weather looking like?
Well, we see those cold weather advisories in northern portions of the area for the night tonight as temperatures fall into the single digits above and below 0. 5 above by the time we hit about 6 p.m., 8 p.m. looking at 2, and then falling below 0 from about 10 p.m. and onwards as we see things clearing off. Definitely going to want to limit that time outside. Dress in multiple layers. Cover all exposed skin if you can, whether that be with scarves, gloves, hats, just whatever you can. Definitely going to want to keep those pets inside and warm as well. Make sure you're limiting their time outside, limiting those kids' time outside, and drip those faucets, open those cabinets, let that warm air in for the night tonight. And I'll show you those cold weather advisories coming up in your full forecast. Avia?
Thank you, Maggie. And at least 9 people have died in the most recent round of severe weather to pummel the country. 8 people killed in Kentucky amid devastating flooding. 1 man in Georgia killed when a tree fell on his home. Here's ABC's Para Russum with the details.
More than 110 million Americans under weather alerts this weekend. Extreme weather impacting parts of the country. deadly flash flooding in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear says many of the deaths, including a mother and her 7-year-old child, were caused by cars getting stuck in rising water.
You can help us out to ensure we have as few fatalities as possible. Just don't get on the roadways. Give time for the water to go down. Stay off the roads right now and stay alive.
In Pikeville, this road damaged by the floodwaters, cars and debris washed off the road. Louisville Metro Police Department performing water rescues after floodwaters left drivers stranded in their submerged cars. These cars in Hodgenville almost entirely underwater. North in Elizabethtown, snow instead of rain. In Tennessee, the powerful storm knocking down trees and tearing this roof off a home. In West Virginia, the fast rising water leaving neighbors trapped in their homes, as much as 3 inches of rain falling in parts of the state. In Virginia, roads washed out, homes left underwater. The storm bringing up to 4 inches of rain to parts of the state.
We have deployed Virginia National Air Guardsmen and soldiers.
Heavy rain in Lithia Springs, Georgia looked more like a rushing river. And in northwest Atlanta, one man killed after a tree crashed on this home. Parts of Pennsylvania getting up to 5 inches of snow. Drivers facing dangerous road conditions.
It was bad. It was slick. I was going as slow as I could on the back roads, but I was just trying not to spin off the road.
New York City getting half an inch of snow before switching to rain. Along the Canadian border, from New York to Maine, more than a foot of snow is possible in some areas. And it will be windy. Gusts of up to 60 miles an hour are possible in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic through tonight. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.